Hey everyone, I just wanted to go through a few things with you for math. Remember that you can find our lesson plans in the homeroom section on RenWeb, and that's where you're going to find all of your assignments. Remember guys, all those assignments do not have to be done on the day that it's listed. You have a 7 to 10 day period to be able to complete those lessons. If you remember in class, I told you not everybody's going to be on the same schedule. So as long as it's finished within that 7 to 10 day period, that is perfectly fine. Please don't feel like you have to get everything done on the day that it's listed in RenWeb. Everybody's schedules are different now that we're at home and moms and dads are still working, so don't sweat that. Okay, so most of the material like homework and mid-chapter checkpoints and review and test for me will be in GoFormative. When you go to goformative.com, you're going to click log in. When the login screen comes up, your username is going to be your first dot last. So your first name dot last name. The password is going to be PBS123. Okay, so that's where you're going to get on with, same as we did when we were using it in the classroom. Remember guys, GoFormative is very, very sensitive. Sensitive to the point to where if you spell something wrong or if you put a space where it's not supposed to be, it's going to kick it back and say that it's wrong. I have tried my best to guess every different way you could possibly enter an answer so that it would give you the green light, but there's no possible way I can think of the 71 different ways everybody may put something in. So make sure you're checking your spelling and make sure that you're double checking to make sure that what you're entering is the answer you've got. But if for some reason you think you have the right answer, it's saying you have the wrong answer, once you submit it, it's going to give you the correct answers, and I have it fixed to where you can resubmit. So you can go in and edit those answers and change those answers if you need to in GoFormative. Okay? Now, as far as the videos that I've been making, I will continue to make the videos where I'm teaching the lesson. I'm trying to go through it very similar to what we did in the classroom. I will teach the lesson. I'll have you pause the video, do your share and show, then start the video again. I will go over share and show with the correct answers and how I got the correct answers. You'll pause the video, complete the rest of the work on your own and the problem solving and all of those extra pages. And when you do that, pause that also, then come back and I will go through and give you the correct answers and explain how I got those correct answers. Once you finish that is when you can stop the video, then go to GoFormative to complete your homework or anything else that is needed to be done. Okay? So if you have any questions, please feel free to get mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or whoever you're staying with to email me, and I will be happy to answer any questions. We are also going to try to do some live meetings, and so be aware and keep an eye out on emails for invites for live meetings. Also, if you are just absolutely stuck, get mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever is helping you to email me and say you would like a live meeting, and we can set up a time where I can go live with you individually on Zoom. Okay? All right, guys, I hate that it's this way, and I totally miss y'all and being in the classroom, but we're going to get through this, so hang in there. All right, bye, guys.
Later.
It's Miss Ware. I am just wanting to touch base with you about reading. So today we tried to do like a little live teaching, but the internet was kind of crazy. So we're going to give you some information this way and try to answer some of your questions when it pertains to my subject areas. So the first thing is that we're going to try to send out a live teaching or a video recorded teaching for introducing the skills when we start a new week. So look for that video. I hope to attach that to lesson plans for Monday now. and there'll be 2 assignments out of that. Then I'll give on Nearpod, I'll attach a little live like video recorded teaching within that lesson, so you can also hear from me in that way. But for reading subject areas, we're going to use the following resources. You'll look for Nearpod lessons, Connect Ed lessons being attached to your to-do list once you get into the Connect Ed app. That's also where your reading tests will be inside the Connect Ed app. We're also going to use quizzes for vocabulary and spelling practice, as well as your vocabulary test. We'll also use Nearpod for practicing vocabulary with the vocabulary match that you guys are so used to using in class. And the only new resource that I'm introducing right now is Spelling City. I know I've had a lot of friends that are just still kind of stuck on how to get on that. And so on Spelling City, if you go to the website, you're going to click on search, then click on schools. When you search for our school, you have to put in Parkview Baptist. And when you do that, 3 Parkview Baptists come up. But we know that we live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So we're going to choose Parkview Baptist School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. When you click on that blue link, it will take you to a list of teachers who are registered. Right now, we're going to click on Miss Patty Eisenberg. She has all of the lists already uploaded for us. So we're going to use her account. And if you'll click on Patty Eisenberg, then scroll down and click the unit and the week that we're on. So last week it was Unit 4, Week 4. And I've gotten most of you who have completed the spelling test, and you have emailed me a picture of your results page, which is exactly right. Next week, we're going to be starting Unit 4, Week 5. So you're going to go on and find that list, and you're going to click blue. Because we're not in a classroom and not everybody's able to do the challenge words, most of us are going to choose blue. If you know that you're kind of one of those students who always maybe gets the challenge list, I want you to try to do that. Click on Unit 4, Week 5, green list. And those can be your words for the week. Throughout next week, I'm going to post that you should get on Spelling City and play games on Spelling City until Thursday of next week, when we'll have another spelling test. So I hope that's helpful. Those are the resources that we'll use for reading. We just want to continue to encourage you and your parents that y'all are doing a great job. We have gotten so much feedback that people are worried about completing assignments or getting on different sites. And we know that it's a lot right now, but as we get better at this, teachers and students, we know that this is going to be a great thing. You guys are doing the learning, and that's the important part. Don't get so stuck on, I got this right or I got this wrong. We want to make sure that instead you're answering the question, am I understanding this? Am I getting this? Am I learning the material? That's what we really want you guys to be focused on. And if you feel like that's the case, then you're doing a great job. If you need any question, if you have any questions, you need us for anything, please reach out through email. Some of you have our phone numbers. Also on the GroupMe apps, you guys can get on that and ask any questions that you might have. So next week, go to lesson plans, print it out, and from Monday through Friday, you can follow those lesson plans as a to-do list and check them off as you go through. We are so excited that we're able to answer some of your questions. And again, please reach out if you have anything that you need from us. But I hope you guys have a great weekend with your family, and you guys stay safe. We hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The next day.
Okay, we want to end the week by doing just a little review of what has been going on through this craziness. I've been really, really proud of every one of you. The work that you have sent me has been so good. I thank you so much for taking such good care and working so hard. And I'm just completely amazed and very, very proud of you. I do want to say that just because we have something on a certain day for you to do, it doesn't mean that it absolutely has to be done that exact day. There's going to be times when it just can't work for you and your family, and we understand that. We are giving grace and saying that everything needs to be done within 7 to 10 days, but it doesn't have to be done in one exact day per se. I would suggest that you try not to get too far behind, just because it gets to be a lot to get made up after a while. Again, you're going to find lessons on homeroom lesson plans, and you should be able to print it off and use it as a checklist if you can find a way to print it at all. I think that's really a good way, because then you can mark it off when you get done with it, and there's just nothing that feels better than just marking things off and saying, I'm done. The paper, many of you have been sending in paragraphs at a time. You can do that if you wish, if you have questions about your paragraphs. You can also wait till the end of next week and just send a rough draft to me with all of it put together at one time, and I will be looking at the rough draft at that point. The final copy will be due the following week, which will be the first week of April. And that will be the week that the final paper will be due. So you have quite a bit of time. Please keep that in mind. As far as the paper is concerned too, some of you that have not worked on it yet, remember that you have an outline, a paper that tells you where the hook should go and where the I think statement should go, and how each paragraph should start with the first reason and the second reason and things like that, and the supporting lines. Please use that that outline. I gave you a copy of one that I did so that you can kind of look back and forth, may give you some ideas. Hopefully that will help. We're going to get started on social studies. Next week we're starting a new unit. Get ready once again to go to resources on RenWeb. Remember that you get to resources by going to classes in RenWeb, and then up along the top there will be some different tabs, and one of them will say resources. When you click on resources, it will take you to a drop down that will show you all the different resources that are being saved there. You need to read carefully what each one is. I know, and you may click one and it may turn out to be something that you didn't want. Don't worry, the right one is there someplace. Just stop and look and read. I know it can be confusing, but this seems to be the best way for us to be able to house all of these resources at one point in time. Again, give yourselves grace. We're going to understand as you have problems getting through things. We're going to understand. Let us know what we can do to help. The last thing I did want to mention, the adjective activity on Friday. Some of you will not be able to do it because you won't be able to download it or print it. Either one would work, to download it and be able to look at it, or to print it. But if you can't, please don't worry about it. I just didn't want to do another lesson on Friday, start a new lesson on Friday. So I just used this as a review of what we've been talking about. But if you cannot do it, please do not worry about it. Just get ready for next Monday and we'll be ready to go. All right? Miss all of you. Appreciate all of you that are working so hard. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to help in any way. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.